Your hair is glowing in the sun, your hand in mine so warmly bound. It's bright outside and bright inside. Mid-afternoon, mid-Easter, we're free to wander anywhere. No more hatred in the stairs. Everyone's busy, minds their own, so it's just me and you and
Hello, brothers and sisters. Nice to see you again. It's Wednesday, day of our Day Domini, January 26th. Nice to find you again. Today we're gonna briefly touch on something that I've been mulling over and has been like moving inside my head, and it's the concept of compliance. So slowly over the course of the past 10 years, I would say, as social media has become more prevalent, we have been instilled with this concept of compliance, which is like basically abiding by the rules that we haven't agreed with or agreed to. So like it's interesting how we fully and compliantly accepted these rules established by these companies that have started regulating our life in a deeper and deeper fashion than it was before. I mean, I was born analog, so I still remember what life was when social media didn't even existed and cell phones were not a reality yet. So it is pretty evident to me how over the course of time we've been slowly egged on towards a goal that seems to be the complete control of our own volition. And while it's not apparent to many, it is incredible the amount of things that we do and the amount of things that we reveal to these companies willingly. So the concept of dictatorship and everything is like risen to a whole new level in respect to the fact that we are willingly complying with these rules that have been set upon us, and of which we are not completely aware to a certain degree. One of these is how much information we allow Facebook, Instagram, and all the other apps to access for convenience, for easiness, for, there's always like a kind of a give and take. Like, for instance, Google has interfere deeply with our lives, regulating them while providing services. So while on the one hand, it's undeniable that certain services are useful, on the other hand, they come at a cost. Nothing that is given to you for free is actually free. These companies are tailoring profiles that then they resell to other companies for profit. So like they're narrowing down on our personalities, emotions, and views to a degree that is scary, because the more accurate the profile, the more valuable that information is to commercial entities that want to give you products to buy. So the thing is, the threshold at which our personality then starts to become influenced by what we get offered is a matter of debate. It should be a matter of much bigger debate. These companies are actually shaping our discourse and shaping the world as we see it by providing us tailored content that has been determined by algorithms. So algorithms that are stupid bots that collect pretty, kind of like menial details about our lives, what we purchase, what we watch, what we say, and then compile a profile of our persona that becomes more and more accurate the more you are truthful with these activities. And being truthful sometimes means that you have no choice, because they're spying on you on the regular. They're taking all this data, which is completely in complete violation of your privacy, and then making the most of it. In other cases, we're willingly offering them this data that, the wildest dreams of like a Gestapo or a Stasi secret polices of the 30s, 40s, 50s of last century would have only dreamed of, having this level of control and this level of um, kind of like sort of like peeping into your life and then getting access to details and ways to manipulate you, like even like your guiding your purchase path is a way of manipulating you, providing you with political content and then ideological content that they bought the algorithms think that you want to see. It's a slippery slope. There's really no choice in you. You get sort of framed into a certain kind of frame, and after that, all the content that you receive is in line with what the algorithms think that you are willing to see or aligned with. Our preferences, our reviews, all the Yelp reviews and everything, it helps these companies narrow down to the very, 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 very fine detail. What is it that you think? What is it that you like? What is it that you want and you don't want? And then from there on, your exposure to the rest of reality gets limited and limited to the point of being making you narrow-minded and intolerant of everything that is else. And this is very, very scary. So the other day I woke up with this idea that, the algorithm only knows what you let the algorithm know. So if you, let's say, case in point, and now I want to make a case in point, because it's time to, as our governments are obviously not interested in regulating these aspects in our favor, they're actually interested in co-opting these companies to become the spies that have eyes everywhere and report us for whatever we say. I think it's time to start messing with them just to have fun. Like who said that we need to comply? Who said that we need to provide these companies with real information? If we provide fake information about ourselves, the algorithms really don't know what to think. So that's why I get proposed politically on the ads or whatever suggestions that I get on YouTube or everything else, a wide range of insanity that ranges for the extreme left to the extreme right, because the comments that I make or that my point of view is sometimes aligned with this and that, and it's getting the suggestions are getting more and more confused and more deranged by the minute, which tells me that the algorithm really doesn't know what to purvey me, purvey me, what kind of content I'm interested in. It's still trying, and I like to see it struggle. So like what I do on the regular, and I think this is like a completely useless act when it's done by one person. But if done by millions of people, then it would be a very strong message to these companies, which is messing with their ads. So their ads, by providing you the tools to tell them what you like and what you don't like, that you help them tailor their messages to you, and you have to provide them with even deeper view about products. What is it that you like? What is it that you don't want? Well, just recently I started doing this thing of basically rejecting all the ads that I get offered with the most deranged explanation. So if I'll make a case in point on Facebook, but it can be done anywhere, like YouTube or Instagram. I believe I'm not on TikTok, but I believe on TikTok as well. And so this is like interesting. I'm going to bring up a window. So this is my Facebook page. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you with this, if I can get the window. There you go. I'm going to show you what I do. So let's say in this kind, so it's brilliant.org. I don't even know what this is. Learn the key ideas of mathematics with Brilliance interactive courses. I don't know why. Seriously, they don't know what to propose anymore. Now we're at math. So you just go there and click on the report ad. Click the report ad. And then it tells you why you're reporting this ad. Help us understand what's happening with this ad. How would you describe it? So it's math. So I'm going to choose sexually inappropriate. and select this, and then they say thank you, other steps you can take. I think that's it. You say just press done, and that's it. So basically, if you do that on the regular, and if people actually did it by the millions, you would actually screw with their algorithms, because a company like Facebook, let's take an example, what it's doing through its tools, it's selling your data, your package, let's say package Jacopo. Package Jacopo is a consumer that likes this and likes that, and is going to purchase this and purchase that. So everybody's stealing your data, compiling profiles of you. There are like low quality profiles, which are basic, pretty basic, what you do, like very minor information. But the more detailed information they can add about you and actually sell these companies, these other companies, like a very, very defined profiles, those are really worth millions of dollars. That's how companies like Facebook makes its money. Like it just compile. Why do you think that they bought Instagram and WhatsApp? Because by filtering the content with Facebook, they know your views, your day-to-day life, your network of friends, and this and that. With Instagram, they see the way that you portray reality and what you propose. They get a deeper insight into your life that is like done by imagery, by little videos, and everything else. Same thing with TikTok, even another level further, or Snapchat. They can get an inner look into what your life is, and then WhatsApp allows them to spy directly on conversations, see your network friend, the frequencies of interactions, how you move, what you think. So these companies are acquiring in complete violation of the antitrust law. Let's not forget that Facebook got sued for a breach of antitrust, and because the acquisitions of Instagram and WhatsApp were around 2014, 2015, a federal judge deemed those expired because they're they belong to the past. So they didn't deny that there was antitrust, because that's undeniable, but it says that they couldn't be persecuted because they had gone into prescription. So they were the law wouldn't be able to punish it retroactively, which is kind of curious. Like if I killed a man 7 years ago and then when evidence comes up that I'm guilty, I'm still gonna be convicted. It's not that okay, well, you killed it 7 years ago, so it doesn't matter anymore. It's okay, it's in the past. We'll look forward. So all this to say, these companies really try to acquire everything in order to tailor their profiles, screwing with the information that we give them, that we are tacitly asked to do in compliance of who we really are. What we think we're actually tailoring to have our content tailored to us, which we don't want. Trust me, the last thing that an algorithm can do is provide me with content, because the algorithm doesn't have any idea of what goes in my mind. And then it's definitely not going to provide me content that is going to make me open my mind. Rather, it's going to make me become smaller and smaller and smaller and more confined to the stupidity of the models that they propose. So the thing is that if we screw up with our profiles, we can actually mess with them, because in the moment that it comes out that the profiles are useless. So if all you see all the offerings, I never buy anything on that is suggested there, even if in the remote possibility there was something I'm interested in, I never follow those links. I do my own research and find it somewhere else. So if our profiles don't give us the information that we want, the ads will be useless, and Facebook wouldn't be able to sell or provide other third companies with our profiles that are actually worth anything. In that moment, it would be the complete collapse of the system. If this was repeated, it would be definitely a nuisance if some millions of people did that. But anyways, to wrap it up, I would say do not comply with anything you're not okay with. And then also, like, do not comply, do not give these companies any information that is not strictly necessary. Even all those for ease of movement, like, allowing Facebook and Google to be your proxies when signing up for other things. Please don't do that, because you're allowing everyone in the picture to keep defining you to the smallest detail. And that's not something that you want, because right now it's already, I also advise everybody to watch The Social Dilemma, this movie about how Facebook and these companies really work, Twitter and company. How do they really work? It's a great documentary. It's kind of a little scary, but it's a great documentary done interviewing the people that created the software and the algorithms for these companies at the beginning with a certain kind of idealistic goal. And now they're like, resounding the alarm, going to Congress on the regular to warn about the fact that these tools that were created originally with a certain kind of intent have been completely hijacked by the for-profit, rapacious mentality of like extreme capitalism that is like is completely alien from what these companies were, I would say, like even like 5 or 10 years ago. So like it's a very interesting documentary in which he warns people not to provide this information for free and not to comply constantly. Like if these companies were God and we have to really give a honest answer, we can completely fake everything, and then you'll see how the fear mongering is done and how much push there is from the top for these companies to become even more active in the censorship role. That's because the people at the top are getting scared that freedom of access and freedom of expression in this moment when it's so controversial, and when I think the complete disconnect from the people that rule us to the people that live life has never been so high, at least in modern times. I would say like the people at the top are afraid that like too much freedom could create viral expressions. Like Joe Rogan invites all sorts of guests on his shows, and he has 11 million viewers per episode, when CNN is at 100,000. So at this point, podcasters are like dwarfing mainstream media. That's why the censorship has this tight grip. It started with censoring Trump and censoring people that for them were the symbol of something that everybody sort of like disagree with or hated or whatever. And then as soon as the concept of censorship enacted by these companies that are for-profit, rapacious corporations that rule how we think, then as soon as the concept was accepted by everybody, well, okay, there was an insurrection, blah, blah, we have to censor this and that, it immediately spread like a wildfire, and censorship is enacted on everybody that doesn't toe the official line. This is the beginning of a complete dictatorship, when you don't have dissenting voice and dissenting voices are silenced. In the past, dissenting voices were jailed or killed. Right now, it doesn't matter. All they need to silence you is to let you be in your own home, locked down, not being able to express your opinion, not being able to talk to anybody, squash dialogue, peddle propaganda nonstop through all the channels, and really keep people from meeting, discussing. I also invite everybody to really hang out and try and understand the ideas of people that think very differently from you, because it's a healthy society is when these opposites meet, and a third way that satisfies everybody is generated. There is no answer. There's no left, right, whatever. It's just it's always dialogue that brings progress. It's not like one way or the other. Anyways, that was just a quick one. Hope everybody's having a good time, and enjoy the rest of your week. And I have many more episodes coming up, and I'll see you soon. All right. Peace, y'all. Hey.
stars glowing in the sun. Your hand in mine so warmly bound, it's bright outside and bright inside. Mid-afternoon, mid-Easter, we're free to wander anywhere. No more hatred in the stairs. Everyone's busy, minds their own, so it's just